Have you ever wondered why we humans can enjoy a glass of wine with dinner? Why our bodies can process alcohol when so many other species cannot? The answer might not be found in our recent history, but deep within our ancient past, millions of years ago. It is a story that connects us directly to our closest living relatives, the great apes. Could it be that the simple act of an ape eating a fallen fruit from the forest floor holds the key to one of our most unique biological traits? For science to progress, we must have a shared language. We need words to describe the precise behaviors we observe in the natural world. Without them, we cannot share our findings, compare notes, or build upon each other's work. Recently, a new term has entered the scientific vocabulary to describe the fascinating behavior of apes eating fermented fruit from the ground scrumping. This simple, evocative word captures a specific and important action. It is more than just eating. It is the deliberate consumption of fallen overripe fruits that have begun to naturally ferment. The term scrumping itself has a rather charming origin, borrowed from an Old English dialect word. The forest canopy is a world of its own, brimming with fresh, ripe fruits. For many primates, this is their primary dining hall. But for African apes like chimpanzees and gorillas, who spend a significant amount of their time on the ground, another world of opportunity awaits below. When they fall from the trees, they are exposed to yeasts and microbes on the ground. This begins the process of fermentation, where the sugars in the fruit are converted into ethanol. This is nature's own brewery, operating silently among the fallen leaves. The smell of ethanol, even in low concentrations, is pungent and travels easily through the air. It acts as a powerful olfactory cue, an advertisement that a high-calorie meal is nearby. A fascinating line can be drawn between the apes of Africa and their Asian cousins, the orangutans. Chimpanzees and gorillas, the great apes of Africa, are semi-terrestrial. In stark contrast, orangutans, the majestic red apes of Borneo and Sumatra, are almost exclusively arboreal. They are the world's largest tree-dwelling mammals. Their anatomy is beautifully adapted for this life, with long arms and hook-like hands and feet for moving through the branches. This divergence in behavior provides scientists with a natural experiment. The genetic mutation that allows for efficient ethanol metabolism is present in the lineage of humans, chimpanzees, and gorillas, but absent in orangutans. The evolutionary path of our own ancestors, the early hominins, aligns perfectly with this story. Like chimpanzees and gorillas, our ancestors descended from the trees and adopted a terrestrial lifestyle. The ability to digest alcohol was not an accident. It was almost certainly a powerful evolutionary advantage for our ancestors. This idea, known as the drunken monkey hypothesis, suggests that a genetic mutation millions of years ago gave our hominin predecessors a critical edge. This mutation occurred in a gene called ADH4, which produces an enzyme that is the first line of defense in breaking down ethanol. The new version of this enzyme was about 40 times more efficient than the old one. Imagine two early hominins foraging on the African savanna. One has the old, inefficient gene, and the other has the new, supercharged version. When they encounter a patch of fallen fermented fruit, the one with the better gene can eat their fill, gaining precious calories and energy without becoming ill or dangerously intoxicated. In a world of fierce competition for resources, the individual who could eat more and waste less would be healthier, stronger, and more likely to survive and reproduce. The act of sharing food is a cornerstone of social life for many primates, including humans. When we look at chimpanzees scrumping, we can see the possible origins of our own social traditions around alcohol. A rich patch of fermented fruit on the forest floor is a valuable, shareable resource. This shared experience of feasting on a special, energy-rich food source could help to strengthen social bonds. Researchers are now embarking on new and exciting avenues of study to better understand this behavior. One of the next great challenges is to accurately measure the ethanol content of the fruits the apes are actually consuming in the wild. This research is not just about apes. It is about us. Understanding the role of scrumping in ape societies can provide a model for how alcohol consumption might have become integrated into early hominin social life. Scrumping has given us a new framework for exploring the deep evolutionary history that connects the diet of an ape to the biology of a human. It reminds us that every behavior in the natural world, no matter how small, can hold a piece of the grand puzzle of who we are and how we came to be.